Hello, guys. We are back at it again. Better with Jackson and Jordan. This week, the last 2 weeks, combined, we had a look at caffeine. I upped my caffeine to about 3 coffees a day.
And I had zippity-doo.
Yep.
And that's 0 for those at home.
And then also, we doubled up the kind of an energy podcast. You did ice baths, ice plunges or something?
Ice plunges, yeah.
And I did looking at the sun in the morning. So
good on you. Jordan,
thanks,
just want to have a quick moment to say, while we're here, that I'm really proud of you for what you've done, looking into the sun.
Yeah, thank you.
Obviously, very difficult for a person like you.
Yeah.
You who kind loves being indoors.
Yeah, you kind of skipped out on the ice plunges. Pretty easy. So,
you want to
more praise.
You want to go do one after this?
I
didn't think so.
So, yeah. Let's talk about it.
Let's get into it.
Sorry, I feel a bit awkward because we've missed out on doing it now.
I've forgotten how to podcast.
How do we start? First of all, housekeeping.
Housekeeping. Pie.
We did a little bit of a verse just before for the patrons.
You beat me by about 8 numbers.
Yeah, so the spaced repetition keeps it in the long-term memory.
I remembered nothing that I learned because I already knew it was 14159,
really?
So I forgot every other number.
Cramming only in the short term.
Didn't even do that.
I guess that's kind of expected though.
Yeah.
Eh?
So doing the bit every day, Jordan actually could remember, what was it, about 12 numbers.
Yeah, something like that.
And once you got the numbers up on the screen,
then I was like,
yeah, which I suppose makes sense. But there you go. So that's update on Pi. So kids and adults and everyone else in between, keep studying and study every day.
Spaced repetition. Do a little bit every day.
And listen to the Underdogs podcast a little bit every day.
Yeah, a little bit every day, because then we'll stay in your brain and it'll help you be better.
And check out my channel.
A little bit every day.
A little bit every day. Do a lot bit every day.
I've actually been doing that with reading. I've been doing a little bit of reading every day, and it's the best. Yep. Atomic Habits, just finished it.
Wow. What would you give it out of 10?
10.
Whoa!
I think it's the best book I've ever read. I'll be hard pressed to find a better book. It had a lot of stuff that I already knew in terms of the science stuff, but it was just like all going like back to back to back.
Give us top 3 tips. No. Top 5.
Top 5 tips?
Yeah, quick tips.
Well, for me, the biggest overall one was the idea of...
Okay, tip 1.
the accumulation of small improvements in as many areas as possible is the way to go.
Yep.
So then everything matters, because I'd have a problem where I'd be like, just one day. I just won't do this once.
We have a really good question coming from the Patreons.
Oh, yeah?
Is it better than the Bible, which you did read?
I didn't read all the Bible. I would say... if you're comparing just reading Atomic Habits to just the book of Matthew, I would go with Atomic Habits. I'm putting it out there. I haven't read the whole Bible, though, and I'm sure there's a lot to it, but the Bible... yeah, I will. Yeah, I'm going to give it to Atomic Habits. I'm sorry, Jesus, but... shout out
Tip
to...
2. Tip 2.
Okay. Tip 2 was... it was just a lot of little tips on like, okay, make the... things you don't want to do as hard as possible and invisible. Like, you don't want to be seeing anything that is going to distract you. Like, I don't know, on your phone, don't have your apps visible at all. Log out of them after you use them, and make things visible that you do want your brain to think about.
Yeah.
That's where thoughts come from, where you see them like, just have your exercise weights around the place.
Water bottle.
Have your water just there.
Have your socks.
Because I needed to give those socks back to you, so I just put them on the desk, so I didn't need to think about them.
Have broken headphones, so if you need to listen to something, you can.
They're not broken. I use them every day.
Tape.
But they're
Tip
mended.
Tip 3.
Well, that was kind of that was 2 tips there.
Oh wow, what was the second tip? Oh, it was like get rid of stuff.
Okay,
wow, you're really cheating your way through this.
The opposites.
Tip 4.
Off the top of my head, it's hard because it's like ingrained.
Oh, that'll do. 3's good. All right. So caffeine.
Yeah. Okay.
I quit.
How was
caffeine
that?
for a week. It was fine.
No.
Was pretty fine.
How much caffeine were you having beforehand?
1, maybe 2 coffees.
You weren't cooked the first day?
No, because I'm pretty inconsistent with my coffee. Like, I don't have it every day. So it's not really part of my habit, atomically. Okay. So it was fine.
Oh, another good tip from Atomic Habits, bringing it back.
Tip 4.
The thing that actually really helped me was really focusing on meeting yourself where you're at and rewarding yourself for that. Because I'd have a problem be like, okay, well, I don't want to check social media, So I'm just not going to look at it. And then maybe after 2 or 3 weeks, I'll be like, buy myself a t-shirt or books or something.
Okay.
But it'd be like, I'll just fail. But if I was like, okay, how about if I just don't do any social media, any video games for just today, then I don't know, I get a chocolate or I get to play a little bit of video games or something.
A bit simpler, smaller goals.
And then it's like your brain like gets rewarded for it instantly and it builds yourself up compared to being like, well, I want to be the GOAT, so from tomorrow on, I'm the GOAT.
That's tip 4, and tip 5's coming to you later, folks. So you're going to want to stick
when I
around.
remember it.
Right, so caffeine, you got into it. You got right into it.
I did get
and we've
right
had 2
into
weeks,
it.
so you went on to the big dose of 3.
And then I've tried to cut back, so we'll get into that as well. But so first day,
you got diary.
I got a bit of a diary. I wanted to keep track of my heart rate and blood pressure.
Diary of a wimpy man.
So day 1,
yeah.
I think this is before. Yeah. So I did day 1 and then night 1 after having it. Day 1, doctors, let me know if I'm dying or not. But
okay.
Blood pressure was 121/69. Heart rate, 65 beats per minute. I think that's pretty normal.
Sounds right.
Then after night 1, after the 3 coffees, it went up to 132/68, 70 beats per minute. So there's a bit of a fun fact. And I wrote day 1, I feel alive. I feel energized. This is great. Although I can feel my heart low key.
Right.
Like I could kind of just
feel it beating.
Yeah.
That sounds bad.
But I had a lot of energy. Even late into the night, I was dancing. 6:45 p.m. 6:43 p.m. actually, specifically.
6:43 dancing.
I did a bit of dancing.
What were you dancing to? Probably a bit of Donuts by Jay Dilla.
yeah, Donuts by Jay Dilla. So I just had a lot of energy and I felt amazing. It was great. That was my...
What would you say? 133/78?
132/68.
Someone said 133/78, you would be dead.
That's definitely not true because my blood pressure was actually really bad and really high for a while.
And you went
higher
dead.
than that.
And
my blood pressure was like... What was it? I thought it was because of caffeine, and this experiment showed me it wasn't.
Right.
Because my blood pressure used to be like 140/80, getting up to 150/80. Anyways, for those of you who know stuff, no, that's really bad. And then I cut down on caffeine, and it like went down back to normal. But it was at the same time I started yawning, so no one cares. It was at the same time.
Sorry, shouldn't have done that. That's bad. You should never yawn when someone's telling you a story. That's lesson 5 from the book.
At the same time.
Yeah, keep going.
Should I stop?
It's clearly captivated me.
At the same time, I stopped eating so much.
Okay, and that helped?
Because I think what it actually was something to do with insulin and eating and being in a bulk for like years.
All right, sum it up.
My blood pressure was high because I was eating too much and not healthy.
Right, continue.
Not because of caffeine.
Day 3?
Your turn now. It's been enough of me.
Okay, well, I didn't have caffeine.
Yeah.
And I was fine. I did feel like coffee a few times, and then I didn't have one.
Damn, you kind of just goated it.
It's not... I didn't think it was that hard.
Wow.
But I used to be quite addicted to coffee. Like, I'd need one every morning.
Yeah.
But now less so. So I think that made it easier. I feel like if I was having coffee every day before this, like consistently...
Do you spread it out? Because every time you come over here, you have a coffee.
Yeah.
But is that a rare occasion?
I would say I have coffee 4 times a week.
How do you choose which days to have it?
Just, I'm like, it's mostly because I don't make it at home. I think that's a big difference.
Oh.
Because then it's not like I can't just make it at home. So it's
interesting.
Harder to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well...
So that makes you think about things, about life, etc.
Yes.
Take away what habits and things you want to take from that.
Well, so, okay, I have more energy. Then...
We're back to you, are we?
Yeah, we're back to me.
Yeah, great.
Well,
Because I didn't really have much to say. Yeah.
Then by day 6...
Yeah,
I wrote down, I feel the same as when I had 2 cups of coffee.
Right, it
My 3 cups.
regressed back to natural.
By day 6, I just felt myself again. My boring, drowsy self.
So your body got used to the 3 coffees pretty quick.
6 days, yeah.
That's when you should have upped it to 6 coffees, if I'm
then
honest.
you just ramp it up even more. Day 7, check my blood pressure again. And it was 116/60, 57 beats per minute. So everything went down.
So your body and
So I don't
heart
think
and
my
everything
body
got
must
used to
have.
it.
Yeah, because I went down from 3 cups down back to 2.
Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah, this was still when I was having 3 cups. It's really
Another
exciting.
yawn. As soon as you say numbers, I'm out.
Yeah.
No, keep going though. That's really good.
So like my body just got freaking used to it.
Yeah, it did.
My blood pressure, everything got used to it. Not even just mentally. It was like my blood pressure and everything got used to it.
Okay, so in summary, coming off coffee was the hard. No, you haven't done that yet.
No, haven't done that yet.
Right, we're at 3, and the summary is your body got used to it pretty quick.
Yes. And so when I went to change and I was like, okay, let's see if I can just not have coffee. I wrote down by 8 a.m. I wanted to go to bed.
Oh, God. Yeah. Okay, so you went straight to 0 from 3.
I just wanted this. No, so I ended up having coffees that day, but I was like, how long can I last?
You tried to
I
have
woke up
none.
at 6. By 8, I'm like, I'm ready for bed.
Right.
It's bedtime.
Right.
And I never really could get down more than... I've been having 2 coffees a day. But
You're stuck there.
It made me tired having 2 coffees a day.
Right.
So it sucks. You just get so used to it. So quick.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell's going on?
I'm noticing now maybe that having the irregular coffee is pretty good.
It's kind of the only way to go, I think, because like...
I do feel a hit when I have it. I'm not used to it. When I don't have it, I don't feel bad. Or at least I don't notice it. There's also something in when you start tracking something that you'll just find... Like you're like, oh, I am tired now. I think about it. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Whereas if you're not
your
even
awareness
thinking about
isn't there.
yeah. Whereas if you're not even thinking about it, you're just like, oh yeah, get on with it, kind of thing.
Yeah. So I think the strat is to work out if there's days where you want more energy
And hit it. That's why I've been yawning
some.
all morning.
So you've been having coffee.
So
today.
I had a coffee.
Because you're like, I've got to listen to Jordan talk about numbers. I got to get
133
my
over
coffee
what?
in.
Yeah. Okay. So we're at week 2 now. So we came together after week 1, and I said to Jordan, "Look, Jordan, I haven't got much to say
Yeah.
because there's not much about not having coffee."
Because I just didn't do anything.
And you said I don't have much either. And look, it stands to reason because we're at 12 minutes now currently, and
Yes.
this wouldn't have been much of a podcast.
It's true.
So I said, let's dive deeper.
And I said, oh, yes.
Which it also works out because you... so this is part 1's done. Now let me just rev up the audience for part 2.
All right.
You're trying to bring down the number of coffees to a reasonable number.
Yeah, I reckon, 1.
And I'm jumping in the ice bath to see if that revs up my energy.
And I'm looking in the sun. Don't forget that. That's big.
Well, I was getting there, Jordan.
Okay, sorry.
And you are looking in the sun.
Yes.
Now, we went bowling on Friday night.
We did.
And that's irrelevant. I just wanted to brag. Let's hear how you're going with the coffees. What number are we at now? Now, I noticed you've got a cup of joe in front of you. That's your number what of the day?
Number 1 of the day.
And are we thinking there'll be a second one?
I am, because my initial goal was I'll just have one right before midday. But now look at me. There's a coffee there.
One before midday? Right.
Yeah, like, I think the best time to have a coffee would be at like
11 o'clock. Okay.
Because then it's like, well, you wake up, you should be awake.
Should have energy.
And then your energy's going to go
natural
slowly,
dip, and then bang.
So, if it's this point, we're back, baby. But then
Should
you still
we-
get tired again.
Maybe because we go to the gym after this together, maybe we should both hit C4s at the gym.
No, because I've had a coffee.
We should hit C4s and
By the way, C4
write
is an
down.
energy drink that Jackson...
I've had... What did I have it?
Oh, we need to talk about that.
That's true, actually, because I've had it twice at the gym that we went together.
So you've been having no caffeine.
The one time I had it when... Before I'd had 0 caffeine all week, and then I had a C4, and I was bouncing off the walls.
Was it like the best feeling ever? Because that's how I felt when I went up to 3 coffees. I was like, this
I
is
felt
the best.
pretty good, and I was just yelling in the gym,
You
screaming,
were
jumping
just
off the wall.
So it's like,
that
shit.
felt good. And then the next day, we went again, and I went, I've got to do that again. And it kind of just made me feel sick.
Yeah, you got used to it. And
I got used
made
to
you
it, but it
sick.
kind of made me feel unwell. But I think that's also because I hadn't eaten that day.
Ah.
All I'd had for breakfast was a coffee.
It sucks. Why can't we just feel awesome every day?
I know.
Why does our brain have to get used to it?
Anyway, ice baths.
How is that?
They're cold.
How cold?
Very cold. Like, it hurts, Jordan.
I've never done it, and I'm too scared because a cold shower is too much for
Okay,
me.
so we have to do this together for the podcast, for science. We should go after this.
No.
In the name of science.
No.
We should.
I will go...
In the name of science, we will
one
go
day.
together.
No.
We have to.
It's so cold.
It is very cold. So I do sauna for about 15 minutes, then quick rinse in the shower. There's a shower like right next to the ice bath. And
you heat yourself up before getting cold?
Yeah.
Isn't that going to make it even colder?
It's called something.
Because it's called getting freaking cold.
No, it's good. So you get out of the sauna, you get into the cold shower, and you're like, this is cold. And then your brain clicks, this is nothing compared to what's coming. You plunge into the ice.
And cry.
And it's cold. The first time I lasted 30 seconds.
That seems like a lot.
It hurts.
2, 3. Oh, that I don't think I
and
could
it feels
do that.
like this is how it feels, Jordan.
No, don't. It's not that tickles.
No, it doesn't tickle.
Okay, sorry.
It hurts.
I'm very ticklish.
It feels like your legs are getting
Jackson just
clenched in.
squeezed and grabbed my legs. by the way.
And it hurts. But apparently it's really good for recovery. So 30 seconds the first time. I did feel refreshed. You feel very awake. Way more than a cup of coffee. Like 1,000 times more. Yeah. Next time
How long does it last though? That's the thing. Because it's like, if you have a coffee, it's going to keep you up for a while.
I think it does more than a coffee.
Really?
It really got me up and about.
I wonder if your brain gets used to it.
Well,
like
I did it a few times,
coffee.
and every time it woke me up the same. Like, I was like, holy moly.
Maybe that's the strat then. But then if you really want to double amp up and you're like, today I need it, that's when you have the coffee that day.
Snort cocaine, drink coffee, get in an ice bath.
Where did the cocaine come from?
Getting amped. Okay, so...
Because that means that might be the secret then.
My longest time was yesterday. I did 3 minutes.
Oh.
But I would like to preface that by saying it really wasn't that cold. I think it might have been a bit broken.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. There you go. That's ice baths. Look, I think it might be the secret to getting amped.
That's awesome. Because that's the problem with coffee. It's so freaking good for 2 days, and then you get used to it.
No, I reckon I did not get used to this. And apparently it's really good for your recovery and your bones. Maybe we should go to the gym. We're going.
No.
Why are we not going?
Because it's too much time and it's too cold.
No, you won't be in there long.
And where are we going to go? We're going to have to go to somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Maybe
I'll try
ice
cold
baths is hard to get used. No, it's not a nothing compared to it. It literally is nothing compared to it.
That scares me because the cold shower is too much.
Also, would you like this? It's a big mental test.
That's the only bit that sounds interesting.
I'd be really curious to see how long you could do.
None.
All right, let's hear about the sun then.
Look, the sun is so much more boring. Also, it's been raining and...
It's been pretty shit weather.
Right.
There hasn't been a lot of sun.
So, these are my thoughts when I go out and look at the sun. Not much, by the way. Looking at the sun in the morning feels energizing, but in a slow way. Kind of the exact opposite to what the...
Ice bath
is feeling like. Like, you're like, oh, I guess I'm just awake now.
Well, circadian rhythm. Do you know about this?
Yeah, I think that's what I'm
Give
feeling.
us a quick preview of circadian rhythm.
Well, circadian rhythm is your body apparently has a natural kind of 24-hour-ish clock in it.
Yeah.
That it kind of uses to be like, this is when we should have energy, this is when we shouldn't. And it gets turned on in terms of when to get energized by...
Watching the sun rise and the sunset is also a really good one to help people sleep. If you struggle sleeping, sunsets are good.
I didn't know about that one.
Did you not?
No,
because your body sees the sun go away and goes,
oh, that's enough.
Give us a look at that, it says.
Let's see. But yeah, it kind of feels like a slow ramp up. But I feel like the more benefits is like, it's like that. And also, it's just nice. Makes me think about how I'm a person in the world. And it's very beautiful to look at.
You ain't got no time to think in the ice bath. There's nothing like that going on. It's actually so bad. We got to go.
Do you reckon you'll keep it up then? Because that's the problem with cold showers. It's like I wake up every morning and then I was like... Because we did this a while ago, cold showers for the Underdogs. And it was like, yeah, I don't want to just wake up and be like, this sucks. I'm going to do it.
I do think I will keep doing it. It's starting to feel like a bit of a challenge to me now.
Oh, like
I want to improve my time. How long can I do?
That's just because if it's only a 2-minute thing and it leaves you feeling so accomplished and energized afterwards.
I go with a friend and he reckons that once you can do the first minute, you can go to 4. Because your body gets used to it after a minute. My problem was I got to a minute 30 and I moved. Big mistake.
That's why I hate the cold shower, because it's like it's constantly hitting you in different spots. You're like, ooh, ooh.
Yeah. You know? What do you like?
Like, ooh, and then you go turn around and then you're like, oh man.
No, they're pretty bad cold showers. Shower is supposed to be a fun time.
That's what I'm thinking.
For steam. That's why. Ice bath. I think you're joining me. I think it's going to be compulsory.
I don't know.
If this video gets 1 like, you got to join me.
If this video gets 2,000 likes, I'll do it.
Well, that's not going to happen.
24 hours in ice baths.
Okay, here we go. What we're going to do,
Jordan?
Jordan, we're going to look up the benefits of ice baths, and you're going to tell me.
No, the whole point is we are doing it from anecdotal evidence.
I've already done it. Right, relieves pain.
I don't have much pain, so I would rate that a 2 out of 10.
Reduces muscle soreness.
Isn't that the same thing? I'm going to give it a 1 out of 10 for
repetition. No, pain and soreness are different.
Oh, okay. I'll give it a 2 out of 10 again.
Boosts mood.
10 out of 10 if that's real.
Boosts alertness.
10 out of 10.
Risks. Ice burn.
How long are you in there that you're getting ice burn and hypothermia?
Yeah, I don't think you can really even do that.
And nerve damage.
No, I don't
Wow,
think
sounds
so.
like I shouldn't go.
I disagree. That wasn't enough health benefits. What's going on here? Let's get another one going off here. All right, muscles, exercise recovery. It does
That's
do
the same thing.
Supports immunity.
How? Some evidence.
That's all we need. That's all we need.
The ice bath is a healthy immune system. In a small study, people were exposed to a bacteria to see how their system would respond. The people who did cold showers had fewer bacterial infection symptoms
than those who didn't.
Why would that happen? Maybe you're activating your what's it called, parasympathetic, or whatever the one that is where it gets you amped up, because then that makes your white blood cells be like pew, pew, pew.
Improves mental health. A small study found that taking a 20-minute ice bath every day improves quality of life in people with gout.
What the fuck? I'm not taking a 20... That'll ruin my mental health if I have to spend 20 minutes of my day in an ice bath.
It's too long. You literally only need, I reckon, 2 minutes. All right, guys. That is the Energy podcast.
Yep.